And welcome to the Committee on Public Services. Madam Clerk, could you call the roll?
Commissioner Varga has requested an excuse. Commissioner Palomera,
Here.
Commissioner Kinlock,
He will be here momentarily.
Commissioner Hattis, Commissioner Baydoun,
Here.
Commissioner Dobb. Here. Chairman Recchi,
Here.
you have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
I have none. Next item.
C, approval of the August 23rd, 2022 meeting minutes.
So moved.
Support.
Approval and support. Anybody have any questions, comments, changes? Okay, all those in favor of approving last meeting's minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, motion passes.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
Item.
Item 1, under new business, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the City of Garden City.
This is for improvements to their Rotary Park. This is the park money for each commissioner. Any questions on this? Right, and we'll take all the items at the end and do a motion. Next item.
Item 2, requesting commission approval of a 2-year contract with Cadillac Asphalt.
Okay, this is for over $9 million for roads resurfacing of 43 lane miles throughout Wayne County. Questions? I have a question just for this, Steve, if you could just tell us about this. This looks like the largest contract that Cadillac has had. So I'm assuming this is a big step in increasing the miles. Yep, just press that button.
Okay,
Yep.
good morning,
morning.
Commissioners. Steve Shea, Director of Roads here at Wayne County. So besides our having our own in-house paving, we also wanted to bring in an supplemental HMA mix for a contractor to do as well. So we're targeting some of the roads that we really can't get to, and sometimes the more difficult ones, going through really major intersections where it needs a lot of traffic control. So this is one of the things is to do another 43 lane miles, and Cadillac Asphalt was a low bidder on that.
Great. And will that be included, those lane mileage areas be included in the CIP, the revised CIP?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I think that's going to be at Ways and Means today,
Yes.
the revised one.
Yes.
So this is for that.
Right. So for total 43 lane miles for the HMA supplement contract, in addition to our 114 targeted
Okay.
lane miles. So we're really going to put up some really nice numbers this year.
Okay, that's great. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
we're all happy about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Any questions for Steve before he leaves? Okay. All right, next item.
Item 3, requesting commission approval of a 3-year contract with the 1-year option to renew with Orchard Hilton McClement, DBA OHM Advisors.
Okay, this is for 1.41 miles of rehab of Warren Avenue between Newburgh and Wayne Road in Westland. Go ahead. Do you have a question?
All right, there it is. Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to ask a quick question. The engineering department, I think at present, and I know this is for the engineering contract with OHM, but do we have a timeline on when this starts and when it ends? Not the contract itself, but when the project starts and ends, the contract for that project.
And I just would like to note that Commissioner Kinlock has joined us. Good morning.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Alan Coe, I'm the Assistant Division Director of Engineering. Good morning.
Morning.
The project will start, it's scheduled to start this month. So hopefully everything will be approved. And anticipated to be done or in May of 2023.
Pardon me?
May of 2023. That is the schedule for the project to be completed. So
You're saying it started this month?
Yes, it's basically scheduled to start this month.
Okay, because I saw signage out there already. But, so, okay,
September.
in May of next year?
Yes.
Okay, but the actual contract with, I would assume that is Cadillac again?
Yes. I don't have the exact dates for the contract, but I can
Okay.
provide you.
If you could get that for me, I'd appreciate it. You know, we've got that big one. I don't know if anyone here has been down Wayne Road. That's been a lot of issues with that project. And I know Commissioner Baydoun and I have talked about it. He was getting complaints and I was getting complaints. And I probably Commissioner Haydes as well. But anyway, I'm concerned about those projects going on simultaneously and what that's going to do to traffic issues around the mall and with the Warren Road project all the way to Newburgh. So anyway, that's all I have. Just if you could get that. I forgot this was on the agenda when I talked to you earlier, but
Okay.
Thank you.
I will provide that to you. Thank you.
thank
So
you.
this is to approve the engineering services. Are they
Yes.
going to start any of the road work in this season? Or they're going to start it next season?
For this particular project,
Yeah.
it's anticipated to start this month. But again, it depends on if we approve this contract.
Okay,
But this is for the CE.
okay, so I guess I understand Commissioner Anderson's concern if it starts this month and then ends until next year.
Yes, May of 2023.
All right, well, I'll be interested when you get the answer. Anybody else? Commissioner Kinlock, did you have a? Just happy to be here. Anyone else? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Next item?
Item 4, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a contract with Ajax Paving Industries.
This is just to allow more time in this contract. And there's no change in the dollar amount, from my understanding. Any questions on this? All right, next item.
Item 5, requesting commission approval of a 1-year contract with a 6-month option to renew with Z Contractors.
Okay, this is for over $8 million. And there's no general fund dollar. Is there someone to speak on this? Okay. There's no general fund dollars being used.
This is Patrick Cullen, Division Director for Environmental Services, Department of Public Services. This project is, the $8 million is going towards 3 major projects on the Rouge Valley Sewage Disposal System. The Rouge Valley Sewage Disposal System is under an order of abatement from the state of Michigan to make certain system improvements to improve water quality. And we have a 10-year, roughly almost $100 million plan to address the concerns of the state and to improve the system's function. These are 3 projects amongst many that you'll see in the coming years as part of that order of abatement. The first one is a replacement of a siphon under the Lower Rouge River that carries wastewater from the city of Westland to our Lower Rouge interceptor in the city of Wayne. The second one is a lift station improvement project, which is located in Hines Park in Dearborn Heights. And the third is a sewer lining project. The first phase of this project, we have televised a significant portion of the system, have identified some critical areas that need to be relined. And so this is going to start the lining of that. So we were actually really thrilled to get a bid on this project. We had originally bid out just the siphon project last year and didn't get any bids. So we coupled the other 2 projects with this one. And the bid came in underneath our estimate of the total project cost. So we were pretty pleased about that. The funding for this is being financed by bonds from the State Revolving Loan Fund for the wastewater State Revolving Loan Fund and is assessed out to the 14 customer communities. And that will be, this financing is going to be assessed out over the next 20 to 30 years to make the impact on the local communities less.
So Patrick, what year are we in this 10-year?
We're in year 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so how much more money of the 100 million?
Well,
we have
we've
left?
just started spending it. So we've spent only roughly around $1 to $2 million of that 100 million. This project, which will be taking place over the next year to year and a half, will get us to roughly 10 million of that. And you'll be seeing, you'll recall a month ago, we came with a notice of intent to issue bonds for the next round of loans. And so you'll be seeing more bonds and more loan requests coming to the commission in advance of this project as it moves forward.
Any questions on this? All right, thank you. Next item.
Item 6, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a cooperative purchase agreement with Motorola Solutions.
Okay, again, this is no change in the dollar amount. And this is to extend the term of the contract. DPS department. It's extended 2 more years. Any questions on this? Yes. Okay, how about we'll wait to the end, but I'll put you on for full board for sure. Unless you get the first approval at the end of the, okay. All right, any questions? All right. Next item.
Moving to the addenda, item 7, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a 1-year purchase order terms and conditions contract with a 1-year option to renew with Cadillac Asphalt.
All right, this is for 2.5 million, and you want to come up again, Steve? It's Act 51 monies, and it's increasing our lane mile.
So good morning, Gang Commission. Originally, when we first put the estimate out, we had based our estimates on 80 lane miles, and the original budget was $8 million. However, as we went ahead and the requests kept coming in and more, we're anticipating we're going to do 114 to 120 lane miles. So that's why we're putting in for the extra $2.5 million to cover the gap between the 80 to the 120 lane miles.
That's great. That makes us all happy, every single 15 commissioners.
Thank you.
So thank you. Any questions on this? Commissioner Dodd.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Do you believe that we have the staff to handle the extra lane miles, or are we looking at hiring temporary contractors?
Well, originally in-house, we're planning to do 120 lane miles this year.
Okay.
And up to date, we're literally at 85 lane miles and going strong. These are all done in-house with our own paving crews.
Okay,
So I
great.
don't see no issues with that at all this year, ma'am.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
And the weather's cooperating.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey.
Thanks.
Thank you. Next item.
Item 8, revision of resolution number 2021-724, a cooperative agreement with DLZ Michigan.
Okay, this is something that we passed, the whole commission passed on November 4th of 2021. And the amount was stated incorrectly, and there was an incorrect account number. So this is just in for a revision. Any questions on this? All right, next item.
Item 9, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Woodhaven.
Okay, this is for Lexington Park, Park Improvement, Civic Center Park, for over $16,000. This is part of the park millage. Questions? Next item.
Item 10, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Trenton.
Okay, and this is Lexington Park in the city of Trenton for over $53,000, and this is for park improvements. Questions? Okay. Next item.
Item 11, requesting commission approval of an agreement with the Michigan Department of Transportation.
Okay, this is an MDOT contract with bridge repairs. Pretty significant, over $7 million. Does anybody have any questions on this? Go ahead, Commissioner Anderson, turn on your mic, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. This is, of course, in my district, and it's something that we've been anticipating or anxiously awaiting action on. And I don't know, Steve, if you, through the chair, if you would come back up to the mic, sorry. The project, originally we thought it was going to happen start in April or May. And this indicates so that the state dollars from MDOT did not come through until just July 21st. It looks like. That's number 11 on the agenda. The project with the replacement of those two bridges, one of them is over the Middle Rouge and the other one is over Hines Drive.
Well, the
And now I think
replacement
it's
is engineering.
It's
Yeah,
engineering.
it's
Okay.
engineering, yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Madam Chair. Again, Alan Coe from engineering.
So I'm asking, are we just, this indicates that we just received the commitment from MDOT for their share of this project. Is that correct?
Yes, originally this is supposed to be obligated in 2021-22 fiscal year. But unfortunately, because of the unforeseen conditions, they were not able to complete the drawings or the plans for MDOT.
So it's due to the MDOT dollars not coming through as planned or the date?
Yes, the MDOT is still going to obligate the money as specified in this contract.
Okay, so right now we're looking at what kind of a timeline now for this project? Because I know it's a massive project.
It's going to start in 2023 and 2024 and in 2024.
Okay, so it should be finished by the end of 2024.
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. This
Thank
is
you.
This
So-
is Merriman Road, which is it's one of the main tributaries to get, from Livonia and anything south of Joy Road. But
Right, we're having a Merriman Road Bridge
both bridges there.
going on right now. But this is my understanding from our analysis on this side, that this project was not submitted to MDOT on time. And that's why it's like doubled in price, and now we're finally getting the monies for this. Is that right?
The plans, due to unavoidable circumstances like the COVID and the design, were not completed on time. So
Do we have any other projects that were not submitted on time that we're waiting?
no,
for?
this is the only one.
Okay, because in that time, it looks like the cost doubled,
I do
From-
understand. So
my recollection, from 3 million something to 6 million something.
that's correct.
Okay, and it was only because of COVID? It wasn't submitted in time?
Yeah, because of the labor shortage and to prepare all these documents.
All right, thank you. Any other questions on this? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we're at the end of the agenda. Any
Madam
direction
Chair?
here?
I will make a motion to move items 1 through 6 on the agenda and items 7 through 11 on the addenda to full board for consideration.
Okay,
Support.
okay. And Commissioner Haddis, I will have you at full board make that, okay? All right, any questions or comments before we vote? Okay, Madam Clerk, could you call the roll?
Commissioner Palomero,
I vote yes on all items except number 6, by which I abstained. Thank you.
Commissioner Kenlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Haddis, Commissioner Baydoun,
Yes.
Commissioner Dobb,
Yes.
Chairman Markey.
Yes. Okay, the agenda passes to go on to full board. Next item, Madam Clerk.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I have heard of none. Next item.
Public comments.
Okay, anyone from the audience here in the chambers that would like to address the Committee on Public Services? Okay, Let's go to, I see none. Let's go to a phone or Zoom. Do we have anyone on, Madam Clerk? Would like to address us?
I don't see any hands raised.
Okay, do we have any emails?
No emails.
Okay, anyone from the public that's on Zoom or the telephone that would like to address the Committee on Public Services? You may do so now and address us for 2 minutes. Anyone from the public? All right, I hear and see no one. Commissioner Baydun.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Director of Roads, Steve Shea. Steve has been very helpful on many issues. Whenever we reached out to him, he's very responsive. I just want to thank you, Steve, for your responsiveness. Thank you.
Very responsive. Get a call back very quickly or an email. We all appreciate that a lot. Okay. All right, next item, Madam Clerk.
Adjournment.
All right. Okay, we have approval